can't believe I'm saying this. I quit. I only try to, spread positivity, and for the most part, most of you guys have been, you've been great. Like, I cannot thank you enough for taking any point of your day, to, hit the thumbs up button, or subscribe, or just return, just to see and say hi, even if you don't leave a comment to say hi. But man, when I get these certain comments that are just negative, I usually just try to ignore them. You see, I'm not opposed. In fact, I want you to give me constructive help, because the goal for me is to only get better at this. Like, this is all still new to me, doing this, being on camera. And the better I get at this, when I do step outside and I do my own 20, 30, $40 million tour for you guys, I want to make sure I am the sharpest that I could possibly be. And the people that do give me constructive criticism, that, even whether it's positive or negative constructive criticism, because there's both, you guys really are the reason why I even can see myself doing any of this. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you take the time out to make me feel good. No, not good. Great about what I'm doing. I mean, look, I get it. If I start engaging with everyone that comes to try to troll, they're going to say, well, you only get 20 something subscribers. You know how much that means? Like, that's 28 people. As of today, 28 people that took the time out of their day to subscribe to someone that they don't know, that they believe in. Like, that, if you subscribe to me, leave a like, that makes me feel like you believe in me. That's huge. Like, and I've said it before, I value everyone's time. So if you leave a negative comment and then it's just nothing in there that can help, I'm just gonna block you. And that's why, I usually just try to ignore it. I even let the negative comments be there. Hell, I'll even like a negative comment, right? Just to troll back. But I quit. If it's not positive or going to help me become better at my composure, my delivery, my knowledge, I'm just gonna block you. I'm just gonna block you. But for everyone who's continued to show me love and show me support, you don't understand how much it means to me. And I'm serious. Like, just know that your belief in me, I believe in you 50 times more, which is why I'm saying this today. Then when you start making your millions, don't forget about your boy. When you start making your millions, don't forget about your brother. So today's video, we're going to look at 3 very expensive houses that remain unsold. And the purpose of today's video is for me to explain exactly why these places haven't sold. I haven't looked at them. I am familiar with one of them simply because I've seen it, for, maybe the past year or 2. I mean, it's been on TV. Like, I've seen this house quite a few times. But the other two I'm not 100% sure of. I mean, I haven't seen them. One is here in LA. It's actually in Bel Air. Another is in, I believe, Miami. And then there's another in New York. And you know, when it comes to condos and penthouses and stuff like that, all of these things kind of look the same to me. You just got a box in a building and it's gonna be nice. But the difference of why they price things a certain way, especially in New York, is based on the block. And I believe whatever this is probably gonna be on Billionaires Row. So, before we get into the video, I just want to explain a common theme, and more importantly, why certain properties can sell in the $50-60 million range and then others don't. And it's because of subjectivity. The difference between a property, especially here in LA, which I'll use as a prime example, is properties between like 1 and, you know, maybe like 25 million. Actually, in any property at any dollar amount up to like 25 million. There's going to be comparable properties that have sold within the range, and there's going to be more than enough of them, which is at least 4 or 5 within a year, that support the price, which means its actual value. Once you get to a certain point of price, everything becomes subjective. Because if you can afford $50 or $60 million worth of property, you have pretty much the whole world at your fingertips. So you don't have to just settle for anything. Like, it doesn't have to be LA. It doesn't have to be the Hamptons. You can find whatever it is you want. Which is why, like I was saying about the $50 million compound in Austin, just doesn't make any sense to me, because it's not, I don't think it makes sense. I mean, if you haven't seen that video, I was completely honest about it. The house was beautiful, but ain't worth $50 million. Subjectively. Okay, and I'll explain more about subjectivity, but not worth it. Okay, not worth it. The house in Houston, where the owner for some reason felt like they didn't need to put any money into it. The way that they liked it was good enough. No, you need to invest to appeal to everybody. And it's still Houston, and I don't think that's worth 50 million. I don't even think that's worth 30 million. But we're not here to talk about Houston. We're here to talk about these 3 properties in subjectivity. And to put the subjectivity into one easy way to think about it is have to have it. Subjectivity means, do you have to have it? It's all subjective at this point, because there's not 5 or so properties, especially in a certain area, that sell for 40, 60, 70, 80 million every year. So the whole point is subjectivity. In fact, the house that we're going to look at that's currently listed in Bel Air, the current owner purchased the property for more than what they're currently listed at. I want you to let that sink in. Meaning, when they first saw the property, they had to have it. So they paid. And I'll tell you what they paid later in the video. But they paid. And now they can't get the money back out of the property, which is one of the key things about subjectivity. Is sometimes you're gonna buy something because you have to have it, but understand that there is a possibility that when you do go to sell it, you may never get your money back out of it. It may be a complete loss. Fortunately, the ultra rich, they like losses, because losses equal tax write-offs. So they're not too opposed to losing some money here and there, but they never intend on losing money. The goal is never to lose money. So we're going to look at these 3 properties. I'm actually really interested in seeing them, and I will give you an opinion that is completely objective, meaning if I like it, I'll tell you that I like it. If I don't like this or I don't like, that, I'll tell you that. I also want to throw a disclaimer out there. I as an agent, I'm never trying to disrespect another agent, because it takes time to get these listings, which puts, is a lot of work to get it. And then 2, you spend a lot of money trying to advertise these properties, and you may never get a return on that particular investment. I've been there before. You spend all this money, you spend all this time, and you don't get a single dime. A single dime. So whenever I critique, it has nothing to do with the agent, has everything to do with the house and what the seller may have done or may have not done, or what could be better. So let's start the show.
In this video, we're touring 3 over-the-top mansions. They're big, expensive, and they've been hard to sell. All 3 hit the market well over a year ago. All 3 are still looking for buyers.
That
in LA,
red
we'll
velvety
go inside a giant mansion with a Kobe Bryant themed basketball court and a
with all that red carpet. I wonder where that is. Hopefully it's not in the right,
and just how hard it's been to
it's only to be in 1 or 2 places. It's only
we head down
between
south to the Sunshine State,
up
48 floors
condo
over the Atlantic Ocean to check out one of the most
Miami is going to be between Miami and New York. Okay,
but it's also
so it's going to be in the house in New York. So
then we'll head north to the Big Apple and go inside Ivana Trump's former mansion.
Ivana Trump.
Where she tragically passed away after a fall on the home's grand staircase.
R.I.P.
The listing has been a tough sell, even after a big price
that could be a huge reason why it didn't sell.
Still no takers. Right now, we kick it off in Cali.
Let's do it, baby. 44 million. Currently, it's listed at 38 million. Just to give you context.
I'm Ray Parisi with CNBC,
and it's sold for 44 million originally.
Check out a $38 million mansion called the Star Resort. We're going up the curvaceous driveway. We got Josh over here behind the camera, and he's on a 1-wheel. I'm hoofing it, and we're gonna do the fast tour. Through the 8-foot wide front door is a spectacular foyer. This has 20-foot ceilings.
7 bedrooms,
up these steps, I want to show you this
11 baths.
There's a
what is
living
it, 16,000 square feet?
Yeah, water this. I wish you could touch it. This is a cascading crystal chandelier. It's 26 feet tall. It drips down into the lower level.
That is
beautiful. You go across here, getting our steps in. This is one of the lounges. And now we're at the stone bar. It's got backlit on it.
That is very nice.
And Josh, tight squeeze, tight squeeze. Ooh, close up. There's a piano back here. And if we cut across, you get another angle of this lounge. And this is a 10-foot long fireplace. Josh is gonna head into the dining area, and I am gonna show you a 1,000-gallon aquarium.
Wow.
I'm gonna cut through and join you in there from this other way. Dining for 10, crystal glass designer chandelier, and then we're gonna go back here.
I'm not a fan of the aquarium.
Black and white kitchen. This is one of several kitchens in the house, and we pass through here.
Just being honest
We're in the living room. All the glass walls disappear.
But that is something you can get rid of.
All right, we're done with the fast
It's not
tour.
like a huge detail in the house.
Listing agent Dan Malka. Wait till you hear this guy's accent.
Hey Ray, welcome to Star Resort. Thank you for coming.
This is an impressive backyard.
It's very nice.
I love this pool.
Got some privacy, a lot of privacy hedges. See, you got to invest in that. That takes money, especially if there's no mature trees there already.
Technically, this is actually structure, part of the house.
It is. So this is basically, we are like 48 feet above ground, and this entire backyard is a deck. So this entire backyard is on the structure with like piles going down into the bedrock.
So it's got the caissons.
And that's because they built it on a hill, and it's, you know,
like between 60 to 100 feet into
it's a lot of engineering. It's really expensive to engineer these properties, especially in the hill.
48 feet above the trees. This is another kitchen.
It's that's the barbecue area. So here you can find everything you want to entertain your friends. You have A pizza oven. See,
And no one has ever made a pizza in this oven. It's brand new.
Brand new. Ice maker.
Cool. And big screen TV.
And big screen TV, exactly. LED screen TV.
How many kitchens here?
You have a kitchen nook in the living, and then a chef kitchen.
I love what he calls the black and white kitchen that we saw on the fast tour. He calls it a nook.
Yeah, it's a nook, but I mean, it's
That is not a
a
nook.
large nook.
So I have
think
seen
it's
this
lost
house,
in
but this wasn't the house I
translation.
thought
You
it
can't really
was.
have a large nook. There's one more dining area over here.
It is. So it's called the family patio.
The family patio. I want to be a part of this family.
During like winter time, you have like heaters on the ceiling as well.
I've actually never seen this. They have the heat lamps built in, and then they got these that are a little more mobile that you can move closer to the table if it got chilly.
Correct.
Which it never really does.
And because it's a smart house, you can control those heaters with your phone.
You're kidding me.
No.
Super smart house. So this is the black and white kitchen. You refer to this as the nook.
The equivalent of the kitchen.
I wish I had a kitchen nook the size of this place. And on the other side of here, you can just see it. We can go through. You want to go? You go that way. I'll go this way. I'll meet you in the dining room.
So this is a Tom Dixon custom-made chandelier. Tom Dixon is pretty well known for this type of designs, like bubbles, and that you put the lights in it. So it's a pretty cool design.
Don't you like the way he says bubbles? Say it again.
Bubbles.
I don't know. Like he said, it's like a blown, basically like blown
The
glass,
black kitchen.
The chef kitchen.
And it's
expensive
black
blown
on black with
glass.
stainless.
Like,
check this out. So this is
you can
where
learn how
the
to make
chef
it.
prepares meals.
Exactly. So this is always good to have, like a separate room for
Chef's kitchen, show kitchen.
What's the room behind
That's
is
definitely
what,
something you should
yeah,
have
this is what
in
you
a
put the
property
where you put the bodies?
at this price
When he
point.
says it in French, it doesn't sound as bad.
Working commercial freezer.
Oh wow, I thought it was a pantry. So this is actually a refrigerated freezer.
That's amazing.
Freezing in here.
See, I don't remember this details about this house. This house,
All right, so let's get out.
This
of the
house was
kitchen.
also
This
on
is
TV.
Part of the house that you saw already in the fast tour. This is that black and white kitchen, the aquarium, and then we're heading into
The foyer.
I usually call it a foyer, but this is definitely feeling like a foyer.
The definition of the word foyer can also mean a big.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. See that? We're learning stuff today. The green wall, that actually is alive.
It's a living moss wall. Yeah, it's a
really cool.
26-foot high.
They've created sort of patterns in the moss.
Yeah, so it took.
I
them
wonder
probably like
if
a
there's
month
like a
to make it
particular
like
smell
handmade.
to
That
that.
looks great. It really warms up the space. Is this also designer?
So this is a custom.
It won't be like a heavy smell, but it'll have a smell.
It's very beautiful, especially when you see it from the bottom.
What's down on the lower level?
The core entertainment part of.
That hanging
And
chandelier in the staircase, I like that.
Cactus garden.
Exactly.
So these are also alive.
I'm gonna give you a secret. Those are fake.
They are?
You can touch it.
Oh, wow. When fake plants look really, really real, they're actually super expensive.
I told you, nothing is cheap.
This is
So
a climate control wine cellar.
yeah,
So you have like your own.
definitely not a place for small children.
Any
So
idea how many bottles?
a young,
Pretty much 200.
a Hollywood couple, something like that.
I like their taste. They got champagne and tequila.
They
Those are
probably
drinks.
that's a
nice
turn off
rosé
for
as
them.
well.
The cactus and everything, that's a turn off for them.
Provence, that's where we produce the best rosé.
Don't you like when he speaks French? And that way we got another bar. This is the
Wine cellar looks
third
empty.
bar.
That's not a good look.
There's one outside.
You can buy like a bunch of fake wine bottles, like
And you got a remote control here.
Yeah.
Just
so this is a
give
pretty
the
cool, I like
appearance.
this video because it's like you can definitely like change the color. Of
But yeah, this is a cool
depending
basement
of your
though.
mood, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're in the blue mood, what
It's got like nightclub
like
vibes,
purple.
and I'm sure there should be a
Leads us
home
to
theater,
the theater.
the cinema.
a real home. This is a true home theater.
But this theater can fit like 12 to 15 people.
Meet in first class, aisle 2, seat B and C.
Welcome to Air Star Resort.
Wow, these are like.
See, they are very
are
comfy,
serious.
right?
Yeah, that is real deal. That is a real deal silver
Oh, you
screen.
can also just look at the ceiling.
Exactly.
Cool ceiling. Inspired by
A Rolls Royce.
a Rolls Royce.
Yes, because when you get inside a Rolls Royce, you always have like those star on the ceiling on
Yeah.
the top of the car.
I didn't know that. I don't get into very many Rolls Royces.
You have to hang out in Los Angeles more often.
Exactly. All right, how do we get out of here? I can't.
Just have another button. So now I'm gonna show you a cool spot that I like in this house. So it's called the garage lounge.
The garage lounge.
Yes.
I'm gonna translate. It's the garage lounge. Wow, this is cool. So you could lounge in here, watch something, and also keep an eye on your cars.
Exactly. It's exactly that.
This is very
Everything is
interesting.
Like do a drive-in theater.
Yeah, drive-in theater. Check this out. Imagine you pulled your car in the garage, lined it up here, and then you're doing.
It's like a
Yeah, and you just
a luxury car showroom.
And then over there is a little salon chair for.
Yeah, if you want to have a nice haircut.
It's kind of out of
He's
place.
A basketball fan that lives here. Clearly.
The owner is a basketball.
But yeah, you can get your hair cut
see
there.
that way, but
I mean, it makes sense.
Exactly.
But you know,
Golf
it kind
owners,
of
but not a soccer
the
player.
lounge
So
doesn't
yeah, you
fit
can
the whole
golf,
lounge
hockey.
car,
Show me some soccer
luxury
transfers
car
to
thing,
USA.
luxury car dealership
I'm
thing.
pretty sure he's gonna kick my ass. So he's all ready. What kind
So
of shoes
soccer.
are you
I'm
kicking
sure
today?
it's soccer,
San
golf.
Ah, yes.
Let's
Okay.
keep
So,
it fresh.
Like I'm sure it's
here
all
we go.
it's all
Let's
of those
see how
things.
good he does in a Saint Laurent.
Let's see if it. Oh,
You
I
scored.
built it. Your turn.
And I'm in a Nike. How glamorous. All right, we're gonna try not to kick the camera guy.
Yeah, you got it.
did?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, look at the instant replay.
So we tied. Whoa.
It's
check
meant
this
to
out.
boost your self-esteem.
So
Like they put that thing on
This
easy.
This is like a hot tub,
It is a hot tub.
and then this is a bigger hot tub.
No, it's a jet fuel actually.
Oh, really? So that thing over there shoots water out of it?
Exactly. And so then you swim against it. A pretty cool feature here.
Oh, my
wow.
God. Wow, I'm glad you did that. You can't hear us, but that's cool.
It's definitely
I
a
love that.
cool indoor
That's the cherry on the cake.
exercise
That is the
pool,
cherry on top, is what we
hot
say.
tub.
I am officially lost.
I'm
So
gonna
where's the
give you a
gym?
floor plan when you leave.
I'm looking at the map. Where am I in the house?
There's
Read the
this,
thing that says you are here.
Room in the back
Just
towards the
past
hallway
Cactus
if you
Garden,
missed
we are
it.
entering
So we're gonna stop here.
I mean, let me go
I
back
love
and look
that.
at it really quick.
just past the Cactus Garden. Lost.
Darn
I'm gonna
it.
give you a floor plan when you leave.
I'm looking at the
Right here
map. Where am I?
is where you get your
in the
massage. It's
house?
like the
Read
massage
thing that
room right
says You
there.
are here.
Exactly.
So
Just
you
past
know,
the Cactus Garden. We are entering.
clearly they're
So we're
doing
gonna stop
like
here.
a quick version of the tour.
Yeah. So this elevator.
Or, you know, they've
goes
edited
from
some
the
stuff
basement
out.
all the way up to the roof.
That isn't as
There, you can see Josh going
wowy.
out. Look, there he is. And then this way is the gym.
It is.
There goes the gym,
You have
baby.
your private gym. Take that.
I thought I would like the gym to be closer
The
to
sporty tour.
that.
Yeah. So then you have the
To
indoor,
that
outdoor.
pool
You
and
also
hot
have like
tub.
an infrared sauna.
But I
over
mean,
there.
You're
it's
kidding.
cool.
Where?
No, here.
Oh, there. Oh, wow. Check this out.
It's like a small infrared sauna.
Little outdoor
Okay, so
sauna.
outdoor
Just
sauna.
Warming up before the big game.
Exactly.
It's
This
beautiful.
explains why you gave me a basketball.
So welcome to the Kobe Bryant Legacy Basketball Court. All the legends are here.
Oh my God. There's
I
a lot
love
of
this
pressure when
court.
the legends are watching.
Yeah.
And I love that they put this big wall here so that I can't throw the ball on the neighbor's house.
Exactly. So show me what you got.
Oh my God. This is the worst. Here we go.
Hey, that's
On that?
better
That's
than
only gonna
Josh
happen once. I got one
Altman.
in. Go, Fran.
I used to play basketball when I was younger.
You're kidding. It doesn't look like it.
I know.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
French players
neither of them
on
are
these walls.
are very
I'm
good.
terrible.
I got one in. France got 0. You're not going up on the wall. I want my face on the wall next.
Now, me personally,
This is the Olympic torches for your basketball game.
It is exactly.
I would
Isn't it
like-
cool.
an indoor court, and for anyone who actually does play basketball,
672
you know
square
why.
feet across 3 stories with 7 bedrooms.
it's a nice sized
Boom.
bedroom.
This is huge.
The primary, baby.
11
That's
baths.
lovely.
Bathroom is bigger than the bedroom.
That's
Yes.
crazy. I can go all the way through.
Right, yes.
You go that way.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Now, all I'm
Gigantic
saying is
shower.
this: without trying to be biased,
There's more to see.
I would
This is my
never
closet.
spend
And people do
40
live here.
million
This is not staged. This is like the real deal.
in
Love this.
Ladies love to have
Houston,
a lot of pair of shoes.
Austin,
This is not enough. You still
without
gonna
getting
find
all of
some extra
this,
space here.
Oh my
at
God.
least.
It's the deep shoe closet.
Exactly.
The deepest
All of these
depths the
things-
shoe closet.
It's nice.
Not a part of
Shoes.
not a part of
So you
either
have
of
a
those
coffee machine and a fridge.
mansions that we
Bathroom,
seen.
bathroom too.
No matter how
So
nice
in
they
the
were,
morning, you make
they
your
lacked
coffee,
all of these
and then you go on
features.
your balcony and just like sip your coffee and
Like
watch towards the views.
So
We're
every one of the
talking about
bathrooms has a different
something
signature
as
stone wall.
simple
Correct.
as a basket. You got all that land. You ain't got no tennis court, no basketball court.
Never
You
seen
got
this
all,
tour with the, space in here.
like you got
cool
all
is
that
this?
land, right? And you don't have either of those. You got all that house, and you don't have a true home
nothing is
theater. You missed the mark.
All right, Dan, so this is the part when we talk numbers. And this house has an interesting pricing history. It was a spec house originally, meaning that it was built by a developer who didn't have a buyer in mind. He put it on the market, and the client, your client, who lives here now, bought it. What year did he buy it, and how much did he pay?
2021 for
So he bought the
44
house in
million.
2021, and he bought it for like 44 million.
44 million, and let me guess, all cash?
Yes.
Yep,
okay.
all cash
He
money.
stays in it for how long before he decides to sell it?
Pretty much 18 months.
18 months in the house, and then he goes to market at what price?
48.
48.
So that was last year.
So he bought it for 44.
The slab of the bar, like that bar, is more
Pretty much break even, like when you take off, you know, closing
elegant.
costs and
It pops more
Okay.
than the one in the kitchen. The one in the kitchen
what
is
was
just
the
like so
original
simple.
pricing?
I feel like they
when
missed
I
the
took
mark
over the
on the
listing in December,
kitchen
we put
counter.
the house on the market for 43 million.
And this is, you know, outside of the fact, it's really nice. Like the kitchen
That's
counter is
not what we're
nice.
priced at today.
No,
So we came down even more.
Yeah, 38 million.
Where are we now?
we are at 38 million.
And currently it's off the
38
market.
million and you paid 44.
Just
So even
to give
in
an
the
update.
best case scenario where the owner gets his full asking price, he'll still lose $6 million on the house.
Do you think that your client came in at a high point in the market? Is
Yes,
that why?
yes, he did.
Do you think this is more of what we'll see in the short term?
Yes, I don't think it's going to be only short term. I think that's going to last for at least the next 18 months.
Along with the market becoming more uncertain and pricing getting squeezed a little bit, there's a mansion tax that's on the horizon. How is that impacting the sale of this place?
So basically, every house that sells above
4 million.
5 to 10 million,
Oh,
you're going
okay.
to have
They-
another city transfer tax of 4% to pay by the seller at the close of escrow. And if it's above $10 million, then the seller has to pay 5.5%.
So at 38 million, he would get hit with a 5.5% mansion tax that starts on April 1st.
Yes,
He would pay,
approximately $2 million.
so there's a real incentive to close before April
Correct.
1st?
Yes.
And how do you sort of communicate that to the market and make it happen more quickly? Because that's right around the corner.
I mean, the thing is, first of all, that's why we decided to give a good price cut and send a signal to the market that my seller is motivated to sell and that he wants to move on.
I hope you pull it off.
Thank you.
At a good price and before April Fools.
Exactly.
The pressure is on.
It is.
Big thanks to Dan Malka with Icon Advisor for the amazing tour, and huge thanks to the giant talent behind the camera, Josh Yo at Make Art Now. And a special thanks to Jinx over at Revora for sharing your incredible work. And if the video is still playing, you're probably asleep, but maybe when you wake up, you can hit the like button. For now, I'm teeing this up.
Oh my God, more sports.
Exactly.
You're killing me.
If you want to relax and play, you have like this 3-hole putting green.
It would be really nice to come back as a kid
Yeah.
and live here.
I think
Another
this
sport the
house
French
is
are not known for.
they probably
Well,
spend the most time on.
Unfortunately for Dan and his client, the Star Resort did not sell before that big tax deadline, and right after April Fool's Day, it was yanked off the market. Dan tells me he still represents the house, which he's now quietly offering off market. Interestingly, the buyer couldn't find any takers at 38 million, and now he's asking 44 million.
Scan this QR code to find out exactly who the homeowner is and how much he pays in real estate taxes. The next stop is Miami beachfront.
Right now, we're flying over to some of the most expensive real estate in Miami's Sunny Isles. This is the Turnberry Club Ocean Residences.
I seen that building.
54 stories, 154 units, 6 floors.
I didn't
of
realize this
luxury
building was that
amenities.
damn
Down
expensive.
on 1, 2, and 3, an infinity pool, bar, restaurant, coffee bar, and private dining room. Up on 30, 31, and 32 is the Sky Club. The developer says it cost over $100 million to construct. There are 2 more pools up here, one for sunrise, another for sunset. There's also a fitness center, spa, blow-dry bar, and even an outdoor dog walking area. But we're actually here to see what's way above the Sky Club, up on the 48th floor.
Hey guys, I'm Ray Parisi with CNBC, and we're down in Miami today, here to check out a $22.5 million
So 22 and a half.
that sits on top of the Atlantic Ocean. There are 4 bedrooms, 6 baths. On the opposite side, spectacular views of the bay. I'll give you a few
Is it the
seconds
whole
to
floor?
take these epic drone shots in, and then I'll meet you inside to show you around. We are on the 48th floor of one of the most luxurious buildings in all of Miami.
It's not.
With super broker Sonata Asham.
Welcome to Turnberry Ocean Club Residences in beautiful Sunny Isles Beach.
One of the coolest things about the unit is that the residence is flow through, and this is what we mean by this. Sonata's gonna head toward the bay, and I'm gonna head toward the ocean, and there's no walls or columns between us. Here's the
So it's
ocean
one
view
side.
of this balcony, and we'll send
It looks like
the
they
camera
gotta
out there
have
so you
like
can
a
take
whole
peek.
side.
And then we'll turn around and head back towards Sonata, who's all the way at the bay side. No columns, completely flow through. On that side, you're gonna get sunset, and on the ocean side, you're gonna get sunrise.
This is what I love about this residence.
I like
Gorgeous
that.
quality of light and this
You
open
get two
feel.
different
And
views.
check out these fabulous views.
Sonata, you wanna meet me in the dining room?
Sure.
And we can start the tour.
I hope you made a nice dinner.
It's gonna take her a while to get over here.
The residence is actually
So this one's like in the
6,200
middle.
square
This
feet
unit's in the
living,
middle.
Plus, you've got 2 terraces, which are about 1,300 square feet. So this
So
is a
you
very
just walk
spacious
from one
residence
side to the other.
that's a
So that
combination of
that's
two
kind of
units.
different
And
to
this
have it
entertainment area, just the entertainment area,
take up
is
two
over
sides.
3,000 square feet.
Yeah, so about half.
so you can get two views.
I love having visual separation between dining and great rooms. So if you're entertaining, you can just enclose these.
Sonata's
I wonder how
doing
much
her
the
best
penthouses
Vanna White. I want to buy a vowel.
Because the penthouse will cover the entire radius of
This
the
is
building.
actually being sold with the furniture.
Yes, this is being sold turnkey. You just need to bring your sunglasses. That's really what it means. Artwork.
So it's being
beautiful
sold as a
furnishing
petit tier.
pieces, which are actually bespoke for this particular residence. It was done by Nick Loasis, who's a renowned interior designer.
It's like
Which
a
is,
combination
just
of
means
being
it's
on
a- it's
cruise
a-
ship or
A trophy property,
747.
showpiece
If a cruise
property,
ship could fly through
not
the
really
sky, this
intended
would
for you
be
to live
effective.
there.
I'm so impressed
But,
by the
you know,
space
you have it and,
panoramic.
you can
have a lot
visit
of
it.
privacy, which is also wonderful. And these terraces are very deep, Ray, so you can actually have a nice seating arrangement, dining area, summer kitchen, and truly enjoy this.
We should head toward the kitchen, right?
Oh, your favorite part of any home?
Sonata's gonna cook for us in this episode.
Not. So not only knows how to make reservations.
A lot of times I've been
I
impressed
see
by
you with your
2 islands.
Gucci business
Yes.
suits,
In this
Ivana.
situation, we have 3 islands.
How cool is that?
I love a shiny, modern kitchen.
Right?
And the 3 islands are insane.
So induction
the cool thing about this
stove.
kitchen is if you're cooking, if you're washing dishes, no matter where you look in the kitchen, you have a view, either the ocean or the bay that way.
You have to have side-by-side refrigerators,
Wow, that is baller.
Induction
I've
range.
actually never
They got a
seen
little
fridge.
wine
right?
or
You have your
drink
freezer
refrigerator
and your wine
to the
cooler
right.
on that other side. So cabinets are by Snaidero, which is a preeminent Italian kitchen design company. All the appliances are German, they're Gaggenau. And then you have
nice.
Dornbracht fixtures.
She just rattled off a lot of complicated names. Can you do them all 3?
Snaidero,
Gaggenau.
Gaggenau, Dornbracht.
Wow, this is an interesting feature. You open it up and the cabinet lights up.
So you can see all your pots and pans, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or the private chef can see all the pots and pans. When you see features like that and how integrated this all is and how
I like this kitchen.
the finishes are like perfection, you start to understand why this kitchen costs
Like, this
around
is
$400,000.
A
Can you
perfect
I mean, that's like a house.
I know.
kitchen
Their
for
service
a
entrance
building
on
of
that
this sort.
side. Don't show
Like, I like
it.
the
not gonna show it,
separation
but
between
that's
where it is.
the herringbone floors
This is service sections here. There's
in the living space,
laundry
and then you have
staff
what
quarters.
looks like
Yeah.
it could
This is
be
like a
either
modern-day
corian or
Downton Abbey
travertine.
behind this
I
door.
can't really tell with this
And
camera.
because there's restaurants in the building, you might have
Through the
room
camera,
service
but
or food
it's
coming in
definitely,
through
you know,
this
something
area.
like that.
There's another elevator beyond this area,
Which
the
is-
service elevator.
Exactly. So
Those are
your
expensive.
staff would come through the service elevator. If you're having food catered or chef, everything's coming through that side. You have your formal arrival where we came from.
When they selected the hood and when they did the pendant lights here, they picked finishes and features that were not going to obstruct, so you're not ruining any of the flow through.
Exactly, and I love the fact that you have a family room off the side of the kitchen.
She forgot her sunglasses, but I
did.
The interesting thing about this is you open up the doors, and can you see the lighting right now above? And when a little breeze comes through, these will kind of sway in the breeze, which is really nice.
I love that.
So should we check out some bedrooms now?
Absolutely. So we've got 2 beautiful bedroom suites facing the bay.
This is a guest room for
I
the
wouldn't
children.
call
very lucky children.
at
Very
least
lucky
that
children
a
will
bedroom
have
suite.
these
It is
gorgeous
like a
views.
normal
I mean,
size
look at the
room.
bathrooms.
Nothing,
There's marble
nothing too
throughout.
small.
You want to pop
all
in
the
there?
guests.
Sun-drenched marble bath.
Next, I'm going to show you the oceanfront guest suite. And while we're passing through this beautiful hallway, look at the Venetian plaster. It's a very intricate detail to apply. It costs a fortune to do, as you know, because you need so many layers.
So we're back at the landing entry area, foyer.
I have to show you this powder room. I mean, how gorgeous is this? You know, 50 shades of gray right
I have
here.
to show you this
Beautiful
toilet.
marble. And then this
How,
bedroom
you know,
has, I think,
I'm
the
not a.
best
I have to show you this
views.
toilet. No, I have to show you
wake up
this
in here, You
primary.
immediately better have sunglasses at the end table.
It
so
is
that
a
you can put
decent
them on and be
size.
like, whew.
Well,
primary
you have
for a
automatic
condo.
shades, Ray, but they would go up.
I
New York's
love
got
that
great
view. That
places.
view's amazing.
LA has great places.
Now, what
but
I'm
it's
going
hard
to
compete
point
with
out
that.
I know.
We're so high that
is
Shades, Ray, but
the beauty
beautiful.
and practicality.
And then this bedroom.
This
has,
was
I
well
think, the
thought out
best
to have a wall, have the bed facing a wall where you have the TV, and then over
views.
Oh my God,
you
wake up in here
have
and you
you
immediately
look
better
over
have
and you see that
sunglasses
ocean.
at the end table so that you can put them on and be like,
But you could also put the bed against here, even though it's not supposed to go there, because clearly the bed is supposed to go here. But you still could put it against there, and then you're looking at the view from this angle. But I like it, for me, I like it the way it's set up.
whew.
Well, you have automatic shades, Ray, but they would go up.
New York's got great places. LA has great places, but it's hard to compete with that.
I know.
We're so high that earlier we saw a helicopter go by and it was below us.
There you go.
It's crazy.
You want to see the owner suite?
Yes. With a dramatic
And that's not even the
double door
primary.
entry.
Wow. This has to
So
be
I'm
amazing.
going to go into hers.
That was a really
which
nice
is-
sized room.
Wow.
So there's a
I mean,
hers,
look at all
okay.
this marble.
So tons, yeah, tons of
Mountain in
marble.
Italy is missing somewhere.
I am in, I guess this is definitely his side because there's a urinal over here. And we would meet in the steam shower.
I like this.
You know how that goes.
She's a little OCD.
Let's go see the rest.
We're heading deeper into the primary suite.
Yes, look at these leather upholstered closet
Wait a
doors.
minute. Don't just throw this away. Leather upholstered closet doors. Wow, that's cool. Can
That
you see
is very cool, and there's lighting inside and drawers. Of course, they're going to be.
This is fancy.
Self-closing.
Fancy. So this
This is
all
amazing.
closet. Still haven't seen a bed. And double doors.
Of course.
We love a double door. There's always something good behind a double door.
Big reveal.
Boom.
It's an Honore walk-in closet.
I don't know what that means, but it feels like Rolls Royce of closets.
A lot of displays.
A chandelier in the closet, because we love that.
Of
Gotta have a
course,
chandelier in the
of
closet.
course.
Let's head even deeper into the owner's suite.
Oh,
Finally a bed.
look at this. That is
Yeah, this room is
Touch it.
incredible.
Right, don't touch it.
it.
I feel like I could break that and it would be not cheap.
These are
Like you walk
crystal
into the,
butterfly
primary,
chandelier, and what I love about it is that they're suspended
and
from the
it's like it's
ceiling,
not
so
even
if
part
you
of
open up
the
your
rest of the
garage doors,
house
There's a little bit of a
or the rest
breeze.
of the condo.
They will move.
I know the furniture's coming with it, but you get
Yes.
sheets as well.
Yeah, so in Florida, when you say turnkey, it means chunky.
That, I didn't think that you were gonna say yes to that. The entire house has a lot of closet space,
Yes.
and they're all super high end.
Yes.
Do you have a sense of how much was spent on closets here?
My understanding it was over $350,000.
350 grand?
Yes,
Some people buy a house at that number.
I know.
Between the closets and the kitchen, 350 for the closets, 450,000 for the kitchen.
Yeah, $800,000. And by the way,
But they're
even
asking
the
for
cabinets
22
in the
million,
box
so
that
that's
we
like
saw are Snydero,
dropping the
Sonore,
bucket.
So they went the highest end with all the finishes here.
And I know you said sheets, and we're also talking about artwork, everything.
All the artwork is
Had
by
to put the
Rosenbaum
TV right there at that angle
and
'cause, you know, it's the only place they could put it.
Amazing art, I love it. Just goes with everything. And of course you have the best art of all.
This is the $1 million view, right?
No, it's the $22.5 million view, right?
Holy mackerel. The insane thing about this is that when you're looking out at the ocean, there are buildings to the left and right of us, but you don't see them. It's as if we're here by ourselves at the edge of the world.
I know, it's very private here. And I just love being on the ocean.
There's beachfront cabanas down there.
There is a beachfront cabana that goes with this particular residence.
What do beachfront cabanas go
Man,
for?
if you dropped that
wanted to
camera, that
buy
would have
one?
been crazy.
So it would run you $1.2 million to have a little
Wait,
piece.
for the cabana?
Yes.
1.2 million?
Yes, that's correct.
I like that she just smiles through it. $1.2
That's
million.
normal for us for luxury building like this, yeah.
That is mind-blowing.
I know. So maybe we can like get together and just buy the cabana here.
I think we're going to need a couple of more partners for the cabana.
Yeah. It's precious real estate down there by the beach.
That's crazy.
Yes.
$1.2 million cabana. Let's go inside and talk more numbers.
Okay. Did you bring your cash?
I brought some cash.
Okay.
So now this is the part of the video when I fan you with $100 bills. She loves this part.
That's the best part. Let's talk money.
Yeah, we're pulling out the Benjamins, so we're going to talk dollars, cents, and price per square foot.
Absolutely.
So the price tag here is?
22.5 million.
And the square footage, interior square footage, because that's what we base the price per square foot on.
6,200 square feet.
6,200, so we're not taking into consideration the balconies here. So if you lay out 10 Benjamins, interestingly, this equals about a square foot. So that's $1,000 in 1 square foot. This is gonna take forever, so we're gonna have to fast forward this, aren't we? So this is 2,000. So you would have to cover the floors here in 3 layers of $100 bills. You would have to then add another $600 on top of that to get $3,600 in 1 square foot. 3 layers of Benjamins all over the interior space.
Sure.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want a serious answer.
Of course.
Is $3,600 a square foot for residents in this building pie in the sky, and then we're going to find out that the closing was far below that, and this is just a crazy ask?
No, this is very reasonable actually, because a recent closing was for a duplex residence that closed for $23 million and $3,900 a foot, which happens to be a record for all closed residences in Sunny Isles Beach.
If you had $3,600,
Well,
what
there's
single
your
square foot would you buy
answer.
this
I
place?
think it would have to be, I don't know, a square foot on the terrace somewhere.
1,300
Yeah.
versus 3,600 a square
On the
foot.
bayside, and we
Okay,
can
fine.
like wave at each other. Interestingly, the cabana downstairs, 1.2 million
Yes.
for 250 square feet. That's a
That-
crazy price per
That's
square
a
foot.
crazy, I think that translates to like $4,600 a foot, but that's included in here, so you don't have to worry about it.
People are always curious about this, and buyers certainly are.
Sure.
3,600 a square
Carrying
foot. That's
costs,
insane.
So HOA and real estate tax.
Sure. So HOA dues per month are roughly $9,000. And then taxes will be an additional, let's say, around $30,000 a month. So altogether per year, they're looking at about $500,000.
Do people look for financing, or are there cash deals at this
I
level?
would say 99% of our transactions in general on the ultra luxury market will be cash transactions. You know, they just bring a lot of Benjamins.
Does anyone ever bring all the Benjamins and put them all on the floor?
we
So
would get a
remember,
little skeptical
HOA
about that,
and
I
you know
think.
stuff like that. These are things that
It's
you
not a- this
can't
looks like
get
the perfect
back.
closing shot and a great place to say
As far as
thank
like
you for the tour.
property
We
taxes,
appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray.
property
Glad
taxes
you
are
could
fine.
make
You
it.
can use
See you
those.
next time.
Also, huge thank you to Drone Hub
On your
Media.
tax return.
And wait for it. There he is, the legend behind the camera, Blake Rubos.
And of course, thank you for watching.
But
I spoke to Sonata a little while ago,
3,600?
and she says
That's
the
insane.
apartment hasn't sold yet. You can scan this QR code to unlock a way deeper dive into Miami's ultra luxury condo scene.
Yeah,
where buildings come with wave pools
Again,
for surfing
all
and
subjective.
futuristic elevators for taking
do you have to have this unit? She said a
Right now,
duplex.
we're
A
headed to the
duplex
big
sold for
outlet.
23,
Hey
and
guys,
that's
I'm
the
Ray Parisi
record.
with CNBC,
And so you
we're
can
in
understand
New
what a
York City
duplex
today.
is. It
Here to
means
take a
it's
tour of
upstairs,
Ivana Trump's
downstairs.
townhouse
So it's 2
mansion.
stories.
Ivana lived here for
It's sold at
decades.
1,300
Sadly,
square
she passed
foot,
away inside.
which
I'm told the
means
interiors
it's
are still
3
almost
times the
exactly
size
as she
of that
left
place. So
them.
we're talking
It is
about
a
almost 20,000
6-story
square
residence
feet
with 17 rooms,
of
and it spans
that building.
8,725 square feet. The outside is stately and discreet.
Insane.
The inside is a totally
But-
different story.
It's very beautiful.
Let's
and
look at
very
this.
French Versailles flavored on the inside, and
Yeah,
everyone has
this
been blown away by
older
what was
money
created.
All right.
style
You ready
of
to be
home. This is
blown
an
away?
older money. The
ready?
first 2 that we looked at,
Wow,
new money.
Roger.
Right. So welcome.
This is
Ivana
old money.
said that the house is how Louis XVI would have lived if he had money, and I
And
think that kind of sums it up.
without even saying this, I'm going to tell you just like this, flat out. This house is too specific. And then it's going to take a particular person that wants to buy this house. It might be someone who's a fan of Ivanka Trump, or someone who actually truly appreciates the design, because they're not going to change a thing. They're not going to put any money in it to change anything. And then you might have some people who are, superstitious and want to wait a particular certain amount of time, given that someone passed away in the home. But this is why this is the most subjective of the 2 that we've seen. This is the most subjective property.
So this is
the
exactly what it
you
was like
really
for the decades
really
that
have
she
to have
lived
it,
here.
and it is a
Exactly.
small group
Nothing
of
has
people,
changed.
So let me show you the
like
elevator.
This
super
is a
small,
classic,
that
old
could
school
see
New
this,
York, yeah.
see this through. I like this
Wow,
this
there's even,
elevator.
Oh my God,
Like
there's
that.
actually gold leaf in here too.
Old
It's
school
this
style
is classic
gated.
New York City.
It's amazing as
Yes,
we go up.
elevator.
This is,
I
level
love that.
1, and we have 5 more to go up
Yes,
here. With-
beautiful grand staircase. If because the house is built again 80 feet deep, you're able to have a very nice shallow staircase.
I mean, there is so much to look at in here. We didn't even note that there was a gigantic mural spanning the whole curved wall of this staircase. The house isn't staged, right? This is not staging. This is
No.
photos. And interestingly, we have the Raising Trump book.
There we
written
go.
By Ivana
That's
Trump.
it.
So in 92, that's post-divorce.
Exactly.
And so she spent a significant amount of time here with the kids.
Yeah.
Roger, when you're showing this place, it's a very specific style. It is really
It's a little too much
classic
red for me.
Ivana. If we're being honest, this isn't necessarily what people are looking for
Right.
today.
That's true. People will comment about how incredibly beautiful what was done. But yes, people don't live like this today.
Yeah, it's
When she
not
purchased
super
it, it was
hard to
1992,
appreciate some of the stuff
And
that she did.
What is this renovation?
She did a total renovation. It was in disrepair when she bought it. Everything
But
was
yeah.
done by her. And you'll notice there's actually a skylight above the chandelier.
This is more like,
We're gonna have Oscar come in here with his camera.
That's how cool is that?
this would
So
be
you're
better
getting- you're
if the
getting light from
city
the light bulbs,
purchased
but
it
you're
and
also
made it
getting light
like
from
a
the
museum, like if
skylight
it had
above
some
that. I've
other
actually never seen
historic,
that.
and look at the, is that amazing? That depth?
some other
Oscar,
historic,
Go way back.
So-
To get a sense of-
event.
What's the depth here?
80 feet.
80 feet. And then at
to
its
it
widest,
that
it's 20.
wasn't necessarily tied
What's
to
in
Trump.
here?
This is one of 2 kitchens.
And they can have it as
Fascinating.
like,
Yeah,
This is like
right.
a
Open
well,
to the
you can
public.
see that. I don't believe Ivana was cooking a lot, but it's a what you would call, it's a kind of a staff butler's pantry kitchen.
Yeah,
I
this
would
is
hope that this
possibly
is
the
the
spot
staff.
in the house that Ivana never set foot in.
Yeah.
So this is a 1992
was-
kitchen.
Right, exactly.
no
Fascinating
thought
to see.
put into this
probably
kitchen.
a really fancy 92.
That-
Oh my God, yeah.
But
that
for her staff.
stove
fancy for her
oven.
Go up to the
I look, for if you're my
It is
staff, I don't want you
dripping in
cooking.
gold crystals.
I don't want you
and red
cooking
carpet.
on crap.
Really theater vibe here.
I want you cooking
Oh, let's start in
on
one of the most incredibly
a
beautiful
range
rooms
that
in the house.
you
Whoa!
leopard
know you can
print
cook very well
library.
on.
Wow. Wow. Somebody like leopard. It's like a leopard micro suede. So this is the seating area to the primary suite.
Exactly.
Did she have staff who lived in
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
And
So
we are
here now we're in the primary bedroom.
So 5 beds.
And then this is very special. Pink onyx with gold hardware.
My favorite. We're gonna send Oscar in, and then he'll do a spin around. You can see.
I'm
Oscar
sorry,
on
I don't
camera in
mean
the
to
mirrors
laugh,
because it would be
but this is
impossible to hide.
like
Yes.
ridiculous.
So on the floor is pink onyx.
And you know
The
what?
onyx
I'm
now
sure at the
is
time
the
that she did all
stone
of this, this
favor
was
in many new
like
developments.
amazing,
So what she
'cause this
put
is,
in
like, totally
in
80s vibe.
1992 is now totally
mixed with that
in
French,
vogue.
It is
mixed with the
fascinating to
French
walk
design.
through,
But
this
man,
place, and to think that it hasn't changed in 30
Yeah,
years.
30 years.
The next floor is bedroom.
okay,
Fourth
so
floor.
that
More
explains
red
it.
carpeting.
We have another canopied bedroom, again with a fireplace.
We're walking through what would have been the bedrooms of
Yeah,
the
of
Trump
the- of
kids.
the kids.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
if you were a kid and you woke up and this is what you wake up and it's kind of like a
It's like,
fantasy.
yeah, Richie
dollhouse.
Rich,
I just
yeah.
can't believe it. Nothing has changed. Really getting our steps in today. Roger,
That's right.
after you.
Okay, let me lead the way.
I would
Going up.
100%
This was the gym.
It's been varied. A guest bedroom, it was a gym most recently
say that
where
this
she famously would wave to
place-
Donatella Versace.
I mean, how crazy is that you
Who
would
lives
be
directly across the street.
imagine
It's gonna get
Ivana
gutted.
Trump on her treadmill here.
It's going to
and,
get gutted.
Donatella Versace in that mansion right
house.
there.
We have what were staff rooms
That's insane.
that she was using as closets.
So this is like the original Billionaires Row.
Ah, so
So
this
these would have been originally the staff rooms.
This is like did you watch
Please
Downton
tell me
Abbey?
that that's not
this
part
is
of the
the-
bedroom
Downton
count.
Abbey, the people are way downstairs.
I really
in this
hope
case,
that's
they
not
would
part
be
of the
way
bedroom
down
count.
In Manhattan townhomes on the top floor typically.
because the top floor was
With
less
the lower
appealing 'cause of the
ceilings, but
ceilings.
here we have high ceilings.
Back down on the first floor, there's a staff office, a second kitchen that hasn't been touched in years, and an outdoor courtyard. Now for the price tag.
Can we talk numbers?
Of course.
Yeah,
At
how much?
26.5 million. Your square footage is
Well, so we're 8,725 square feet. So it's basically asking 3,000 a square
a
foot.
little over 3,000
Yeah.
square foot. How does that compare to the neighborhood as far as comps go per square foot?
For the 5th Madison block, the Park block,
The sweet spot.
yeah, the
Between
the
5th
most
and Madison.
primest of real
Yeah.
estate. That's right in the sweet spot of pricing.
Does the Ivana provenance add a little bit of a
It
premium?
adds the allure because everyone loved Ivana.
Interestingly, she was also a little bit of a real estate maven in this deal specifically. Back in 1992, she paid, according to public records, $2.5 million, which is a little over $300 a square foot, which is insane.
But again, it needed a total gut renovation.
Right.
It
She
needs a
did the
total
reno
gut
30
renovation
years
now.
ago. And
So over
remarkable.
30 years, the market has, skyrocketed. So 10 times is, again, we're there.
Yeah, so she's
That's why nobody's arguing the price.
But somebody's got to buy
It's
it.
just really
Not only
subjective.
not argue, but
Well,
also
the
pull the trigger.
renovation that most people, do feel it requires them to come in and remake it for themselves again.
Right.
And since COVID, we've had fewer people that want to take on a project.
Because of supply chain issues and
Supply
materials.
chain still is a concern.
So your construction time could,
It could
be longer
like,
than
2 years.
Yeah,
and
that's a long time.
so some that have if there's a house ready to go that was renovated within the past 5 years, and it's priced within reason, that would go like,
That might even get a better premium because they can get
Exactly.
into it sooner.
oh yeah, much higher price.
Yeah, it's the opportunity of walking into a house with a toothbrush versus, in this case, perhaps walking into the house with a sledgehammer.
There you go.
Which is sort of sad because it's a long time, so people want to change things and make it their own. But when you look at the finishes in here and the silk and the velvet,
Like some of this
it's
stuff
30
I
years old and it's like
wouldn't
it's held up
necessarily
really good.
change.
It
Like the
looks
ceiling, I like the
brand
ceiling.
new, and
I like the
there's
mirror
not
at the
a single
staircase. Like there's certain things
blemish in the
that
house.
I could
Which
see
means
being
she
kept,
spent a
but
fortune to do this 30
90%
years
of
ago.
it
And a lot of
needs to
love.
be changed.
Yeah, and a lot of gold.
And I really
a lot of
hope that
crystal.
that small
After about a year on the market
ass
with no
staff
takers,
room is not part of
Ivana's
the room
former
count.
townhouse took a $4 million price cut. The latest asking price, $22.5 million, or just under $2,600 a square foot.
It's been over a year since Ivana's old townhouse hit the market, and Roger over at Douglas Elliman is still looking for a buyer. You can scan this QR code
Yeah,
to
I wouldn't have
two
doubted it.
reasons one of the nation's top real estate experts believes Ivana's former home has been a tough sell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'm Ray Parisi for CNBC. See you next time.
Yeah. Three very unique houses. There we go. Three very unique houses that definitely don't fit the bill for, you know, normal people like me at this point in time, because I believe that one day this hard work and sweat equity that we're working on together will lead to that. So we'll all be able to afford properties like this. You, me, and like I said in the beginning of the video, when you start making your millions, don't forget about your boy. But no, in all seriousness, those three properties had a lot of, you know, things had a lot of things going for it, and a lot of things that, you know, weren't necessarily going for it. Now we'll start with the property that was in Brentwood, which was, you know, out here in LA. That particular property, which I'm a complete fan of, some of this stuff doesn't, you know, work for me. But the things that I didn't like about it, you know, they're really, really small things. Like, you know, I didn't like the fish tank. I think it, you know, if that's not a low bearing wall, which from the looks of it, it probably isn't, I would just get rid of that thing altogether. Not that I don't like fish, but it's not like one of these over the top amazing fish tanks per se that, you know, are huge, you know, like hugely custom. It was more like, yeah, let's put a fish tank here. I mean, it was a spec home, so I can understand, you know, not putting an over the top aquarium in there or fish tank, simply because now you're appealing to some, you know, now you're looking for someone who loves fish. So I get it. That part I get it. For me, I wouldn't want it all together. But no, that place is amazing, and I'm truly surprised it hasn't sold. I mean, obviously all of the outdoor space is on a structure. So, you know, there's like no true yard, and, you know, all of that stuff, at least that I can tell, it was turf, you know, artificial turf. So, you know, no grass. You're not going to be able to have a garden or anything like that. But, you know, at that price point and in that area, nobody's, you know, planting seeds and growing potatoes. So I'll say this. Currently, it's being, you know, sold off market. So that means it's still available for sale, but it's not currently, you know, to the public. Which, whether it's off market, hidden, you know, being quietly marketed, or on market, it all doesn't make a difference at this price point. Like, to everyone, it's still the same, simply because it came on the market before. So I do think it will eventually sell. I don't think that mansion tax, you know, has anything to do with it. The guy did buy it for $44 million. I don't think he should have moved down, but, you know, he was trying to just get out of it, you know, as quickly as he could, for, you know, whatever his motivation was at the time. And, you know, the things change. But yeah, I mean, honestly, he could slap 50 million on it, and I think at some point it will sell and he won't lose money on it. You know, you just got to be able to keep it, you know, and weather the storm. But yeah, I think he could stay at 50 million. Right now it's at 44, so he's just not necessarily breaking even. He's not going to break even. He's still going to lose some money, but it's not going to be, you know, the 6, 7, 8 million that he would have lost had he sold it for 38 million. But anyway, I think you could, like I said, ultimately, I think you could still slap that 50, you know, 44, $50 million on it and just wait for the right buyer, because it's all about subjectivity, and that house is essentially perfect. So I don't have a problem with that price. The condo in Miami, that one, very beautiful. Very beautiful. I liked everything about that place except the price. The price I just think is god awful. You know, and she mentioned the sale of the one that's 23 million, that duplex. Here is the thing. I understand that they, you know, poured money into the property, and that's great. Okay? That's great. Right? But asking for 22 million and change for almost 3 times a smaller of a property, because the duplex, you know, so for, to keep it simple, what was it, like 1,000 something a square foot, 1,300 a square foot. That's what the number was, 1,300 a square foot, and they're asking 36. That's damn near 3 times the price of the square footage. And I don't care how much money you put into a property, that place doesn't, or that amount of money doesn't create more space. That's what I was looking for. That amount of money doesn't create more space. Like almost 18,000 square feet, or it could be 18,000 square feet because we don't really know about the specs of the property. 18,000 square feet versus 6,000 and change. And you, at that, you know, again, at that type, in that type of market of the ultra wealthy, you could spend money putting in your own renovation. You can do your own upgrades. Like, you don't gotta buy someone else's upgrades. Like, you can do your own, and you can make it your own and make it perfect for you. So 23 million, which is the record price, which means 6 or 1,300 is the record square footage price. I think they're way off base. I think if they want to, you know, push the envelope and break the record, maybe somewhere at the 2,000, you know, square foot mark. So we're talking about 13, 14 million would be a new record price per square foot wise, right? And you can still factor in those upgrades versus the 1,600 a square foot, where you can go with the, I mean, that's 16. We can go with the 1,300 a square foot. Let's just assume that that's not updated. Let's just assume that's not updated at all. And it's an upstairs downstairs unit. Again, that's what a duplex is in a building. And they sold at 1,300 a square foot, which is the record, and now you're at 36, right? But 2,500 would still break the record. It's almost twice the amount. And then now you're looking at, you know, $14, $15 million, you know, listing price, sales price. So I think until they come to that grip, that place was going to sit there, unless someone again has to have it, because that's all subjectivity is. Understanding though, since it is a petit tiers, which usually is when you know, like I said, a trophy property, people park their money, and since it's a trophy property, they have no intention on holding on to it forever. So when they park their money, they eventually want to get their money out of it, if not profit. And at that price point, I just think it's tough, because I think that's a petit tiers. I don't see that as, you know, someone who lives in Miami, who wants to live in Miami, you don't need that at 22 million. 20 million in Miami can get you a water adjacent, not necessarily waterfront mansion, but water adjacent property. And usually people that can afford 22 million, they can afford 50 million, just to be honest with you. And having all those HOA fees and all these other things, they're kind of negatives against it. But anyway, I don't see it selling unless they come up with that. I think it'll be more appealing to more buyers in that price point if it were closer to the 12 to $15 million range. I think they'd have more action, definitely at that range. Because at 22, you can get a mansion that's close to the beach. Because I'm saying this as a person who lives close to the beach, where I can get to the beach in about 7-8 minutes. I'm telling you, you're not going to go to the beach forever. You're just not. I mean, it's sand. Like, yes, it's nice to go out there, suntan, enjoy it, blah, blah, blah. But it's not something you're going to do every day. And I'd rather have more functionality than being right there where it's like I'm just looking at the ocean all day. There's a reason why the homes in Beverly Hills and on the hills that have the ocean view sell for more than the properties that are right on the ocean. I'm talking about here in LA. The properties that are right on the ocean, that are like on the walk streets, whether it's Venice Boulevard, whether it's Malibu, that's right on the water. There's a reason why the homes in Malibu, perfect example, the ones that are not directly on the water, but maybe have beach access and is further away from that ocean, cost more than what's directly on the ocean. So, yeah. Completely subjective. That price is no. It's no. It's a no. But again, the agent is doing a fantastic job. She did of marketing it, getting eyes on it. She's got our eyes on it. So she's done a great job with her Gucci business, lady business suit. So lastly, Ivana Trump's house. Which now, they're at 22 million in change versus the 26 million in change. I still think that is a ridiculous number. I think it's just too much, because it's a complete undertaking. Like, you gotta gut the house. And the thing about New York is that you need permits for everything. And though that process can be an entire nightmare. So it's difficult. The facade of the property, which is the outside of the property, is gorgeous. I love that facade. I love it. I wouldn't change anything about the facade. Nothing about the facade I would change. Everything else, having those 2 staff kitchens, like, you're going to want a true kitchen, and you might want to have a staff kitchen, but ultimately you might make once you gut and renovate everything, you might have a $30 million property on your hands, which means that 22 number is too much. It's too much of a project, because you gotta gut it. You gotta change the layout. And then that staircase, like I said, I like the staircase. I like the mural, but how do you reconfigure everything and still keep that? So the things that you might like about it, you gotta find a way to gut it. And then if you end up gutting it and then you find out that, some of the stuff that you liked about it, you can't keep, it just destroys the whole point of buying the place. So I don't see anyone buying it unless it is an historian, someone who admires Ivana, someone like that who really doesn't want to change much, that person might buy it. But functionality, coming back to functionality, other than the bedrooms and the bathrooms just being usable, the functionality of this place is horrible. This is definitely the house of, you could, of someone like Ivana, where she's not lifting a finger and everyone's doing everything for her, and she is sitting in her, family area or reading area, just reading a book, writing a book, not doing much. You see, there wasn't like a ton of TVs in that house. She was living a really elegant lifestyle. So unless it's someone like that, that place is going to just continue to sit. It's going to continue to sit. It's too much of a project. It's way too much of a project. Even if they came down to, I think, a reasonable price where someone feels like they can make money, I still think that it still would sit there for a while. Like, it's really going to take a special type of person. So that is the most subjective property. I had to pause because that place is completely subjective. So out of these three, I hope I didn't sound too biased, but out of these three, obviously the best one is the property in Brentwood. Not saying that because it's here in the hometown, but it is. It's the best thing. It's the least subjective. And I still said even that's subjective, right? Even that's subjective. There could be a billionaire that hates Kobe. There could be a billionaire that hates Jordan. So the whole energy is thrown off by the mural in the court. Now, I don't think that there is anyone that would hate Kobe or Jordan if you appreciate greatness. But I wouldn't be surprised because, unfortunately, you can't please everybody. Everybody's not going to like you. Even I know that. So, no, it's the least subjective because everything that the property has to offer are things that the ultra wealthy can appreciate. But it is in the hill in Brentwood, and typically those who are looking for homes in Brentwood, they're not looking in the hill. They're just not. But it was really, really nice house. And the guy who purchased it, he had to have it, so he spent the $44 million. Now he's looking for someone who has to have it, and it has like I said, has a lot of beautiful. It has the most of everything to offer than the other two. So I think that will eventually sell. At the price that they're at in the condo in Miami, I think that doesn't eventually sell for the price they're at. In Ivana's house, I don't think that sells at the price that they're at. Dang. Look, I can't be objective without completely crapping on certain things about properties. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I get it addressed. I had a meeting. Hopefully it goes well. Also, I want to record. I'm going to record. Not I want to. Let me put the affirmation out correctly. I am going to record another video today, and I'll have it ready for you guys this weekend. I have it ready for you on Saturday. But anyway, I love you. Sorry, Matt. I stole your outro line again. I love you. If no one who gets that, that's cool. That's cool. But Matt, if you're watching this, buddy, if somehow this video comes across you, Matt, just know I love Demolition Ranch, and one day you're gonna bring me out there. I'm going to speak it into existence. One day you're gonna have me on the ranch, and we're going to tear stuff up. But anyway, I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.